Animals, flowers, or National Geographic?
Oh,
Animals,
give me.
fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean,
animals.
at least we can talk about that real quick.
Yeah, we could talk about what animals are stupid and what ones
Dude,
are
did you see
awesome.
Dave Chappelle? Ever see Dave Chappelle talk about the fucking baboon with the water thing?
No.
That was pretty fucking wild.
Ooh, now wait, real quick. Do you guys want random, cascade, flip up, floating, holiday, mobile, origami? Ooh,
Let's go.
origami.
Origami.
I think they fold out.
Well, welcome to the Apartment 5A podcast.
Yeah.
My name's Roman. I'm here with Mike and Drew. And we're talking about animal screensavers.
We already got the animal screensaver set up, and what we're picking the.
Let us know in the comments or send us fan mail about your favorite animal screensaver.
Well, no, let us know how you prefer your pictures to show up.
Yes.
Do you like your pictures to just pop up, or do you like them to fold out like
Listen,
origami?
if you have the first generation Apple TV, let us know how you like to watch the screensaver after you fall asleep and it goes on
You know
automatically.
what I like to say? I like to say, drop us a line.
Drop us a line. Call this toll-free number.
Yeah. Call.
Press-
Actually, here.
Did I say
Call.
smash like?
This is Roman's number.
I didn't even give you a real number. That's a different number. You know, every time someone, when you text me, it goes to another person, and the person then texts me what you say, and then I text back to them, and then they text you.
Is it David the Gnome?
No. It's a mystery person.
Well, let's see.
Secret.
Let me tell you something. Welcome to Apartment 5A podcast. So
We're here.
we're here.
We're back
We're on to what, episode 3? So
Yes.
last
We're
week
here to talk about episode 3.
we really did the first two. Let me turn that off. We did the first two, which we banged out in the first episode, I guess so.
Yeah.
Now clearly on to episode 3.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Back at it.
We're right back at it. Yeah.
The robbery.
Yeah,
The robbery. Yes, the robbery.
So, starts out, we got Jerry, packing an efficient suitcase, talking
Yeah.
about going out of town, right? Elaine's going to stay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jerry does the perfect pack.
Yes.
Any comments on it? Perfect pack. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few things in this episode that I often implore into my life. I take pride on a perfect pack.
I could travel light. I could travel light.
Yeah.
Even if I'm going away for, a week, however long, I can make it work.
Yeah, I can do light. I mean, especially if you can do laundry.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the laundry situation
big
is
thing.
obviously huge.
But I'm just saying, like, the way I pack, I will get all my shit together. I'll, like, rush to do it, and then I might even, once I get it done, and I know I have it all, I might redo it again real quick. But I do, like, a nice fold. I'll fold a shirt. I'll roll a shirt.
Yeah.
Double, tuck a sock. So, you put the shoe alternating 69 style. You pack it in.
Of course.
Yeah, dude. Now, a couple years ago, I got my first good suitcase, and it came with little flaps to pack.
Yeah.
Your toiletries.
Yeah.
Waterproof.
Yeah.
In
Comes
case
with all
anything
kinds of
breaks open. I did really good. I even have the. I looked at it earlier, and I had the. The neck pillow. For
What,
the travel.
the
For
ring?
train.
The ring.
For the plane.
Yeah, you just.
That's clutch.
Well, that's why I want that bag, the 70-liter bag. Shout out P's and Q's, because it has fucking shoe holders.
It was on sale yesterday.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was all apparel, 50% off.
No, I think it was the whole store.
It was the whole store.
No, it wasn't.
Roman. Guys, this is
Even
Roman.
still, you could have got it. For
I would have
fucking-
got you in. Let's
Like,
put it that
Jesus.
way.
Okay, well,
Okay. Shout out P's and Q's.
Didn't they say I can
Guys, Roman likes to ask for deals after the deals are done.
Not true.
He has an issue. We're working on it. But
That's not true. I
anyway,
don't
shout
ever
out
do
P's and
that.
Q's. You guys are great. Key, Rick, whole squad. Amir and his beret.
Okay.
Drew loved it. Fran. Everyone. So. Anyway.
It's 50% off everything.
Yeah, exactly. Roman just looked and saw the code buy20 got him 50% off the entire store. Just like I said, I was going to prove my point, but I was waiting for you to do it. You wanted to talk about the Carhartt blanket roll-up thing, which technically could have been apparel, could have been
Right.
a
Well, that's why I
non-apparel item.
thought that.
But my point is, that was on sale. I knew everything was. Candles were, lighters were, everything. I bought 10 lighters. I bought 8 keychains because they were all like $1.
Well, okay. Damn.
So anyway, but guys, that's like Roman. He likes to ask about it the day after.
That's not true.
But anyway,
Wait, but
let's.
didn't they say I could come back?
What's that?
Didn't they say I could come back?
I mentioned the shirt. No, I didn't know you wanted
okay.
the bag.
Well, I
Now
didn't
you're
know. It
asking
was,
for
I
wild
didn't
shit.
know
This
it
is
was-
crazy talk.
I didn't know it was 50% off everything. I thought it was just
Guys,
about-
this is how crazy it is. Roman has the whole podcast hijacked about
Yeah.
a 50% sale
My
because
bad.
his
Excuse me.
ill behavior. You know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Let's talk about the episode. Ryan.
back to the episode. So we get at they're talking about the perfect pack. That's what we got. Actually, I mean, I guess it was kind of related, but perfect pack. I take pride in it. I like a light pack. I like a good pack. You know, you guys see. You know, I like things as organized as they can be. You know. So anyway, yeah, they go. He's going out of town to perform. Elaine's watching the house. She's. I don't know why they bring up Elaine. Well, I guess because they bring it up her getting out of the apartment, but her having a really shitty roommate,
Really,
which we see later. Remember?
We do
Yes,
see
multiple
roommate
times.
Multiple
several
times,
times,
yes.
right?
Yeah, but they
Shit's
bring
canon.
her up, and then he calls her the actor. She says she sings annoyingly, and it kind of gets right back into it. I mean, Jerry leaves, George comes in. I guess he's driving them.
Yeah.
You know, which is always his. George loves
George
it.
does the airport pickup.
He
I
really
mean,
does
it's his thing.
all the time. Good friend.
Yeah.
It's good. It is a good friend.
And his outfits are always crazy in these first few episodes. Always wearing khaki, everything.
Yeah.
He's got different shades of gray and khaki.
Bowling shirts.
And we discussed how
His sleeves.
guys don't rock a sleeve, pull up their sleeves on the jacket
He
anymore.
even had the thing where on the sleeve there's a button down here and a flap here.
So you
Yeah,
can
so
You
right,
can pull it
you
up
can,
and
right,
you can
roll it,
secure.
boom.
Yeah,
Yes.
you secure
Button-down
it.
shirts
Yeah.
had that in about 2007.
This is true.
I had a couple.
You guys want to know a quick fact?
Yes.
Do you know how on the back of a button-up shirt there's the little loop? And you would think maybe it is to hang it. You'll see like,
Right on the collar. On the inside.
what's right under the, no. On the back of the shirt, right here, in
Oh,
between the shoulder
yes,
blades,
yes.
Yes.
there will be that little loop. A lot of shirts.
Yes.
Oftentimes it's like older brands and traditional brands. So I recently found out back in the day that was a sign that you were single if you had a full loop. You cut the loop or removed it and it meant you were taken. And it was a quick sign like a guy's engagement ring.
Really?
Which is where that generates from.
Interesting.
Not a Snapple fact either.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess people put them on there to keep them traditional. They probably got rid of them for years. And then
Right.
some
Yeah.
early
I'm
hipster
not
probably
gonna
brought them
debate
back.
you on that.
Yeah, no, I always thought it was like a hanger. You just hung it there while you were like
Yeah.
waiting to iron it or something. I don't know.
Too.
Then again, it's like, what the fuck? What, he just got hooks everywhere?
Or maybe like.
I thought it was for hanging twerps. I thought it was for hanging twerps in fucking lockers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, twerp hanger.
Stuffing them in lockers.
Stuffing them in the locker. Sure.
Man.
Yeah. What a strange.
Very
what a
easy
strange
to
fact.
Get side. Yeah, but
great.
anyway. So
Hey. Anyway, going back to
we're
it.
talking about that with George's clothing and his stuff. But yeah, back into the episode. So they leave and it gets right back into it. Jerry comes home. And
Shit's missing, man.
Yes.
The
Quite a
he
few
sits
things.
down. He's got no TV. He picks up the
Yeah.
remote. The guy forgot the remote. What a fucking loser.
It's a bad
What a
word.
bum.
really,
You know?
man,
And
What are
can
you gonna
see-
get for a TV without the
no,
remote?
especially back
Exactly.
then.
Oh my god, back then, yeah.
I feel like that was before.
Well, you had a channel button and a power button. That's all you needed.
That might
That's
have
what you
been
got.
before the super adaptable universal remote.
True.
This was way before.
That's what I'm saying. And now,
That remote
most
had
phones
5,
can
6
just-
buttons.
Yeah, now you can just
Maybe,
use Bluetooth. on
maybe
the
it
phone.
had numbers. Maybe.
it was
but I doubt it.
basically taking it back to
Yeah.
the Apple
Yeah,
TV.
boom. Like an
Well,
Apple TV remote.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you
So-
what, we had an old TV with a lot of fucking buttons on it. It was a metal remote with metal buttons. It was like a light. It wasn't plastic. Yeah, it was like tin or some shit, aluminum or something. I don't, not aluminum. I don't know what I mean. But yeah, like a metal shell with these metal buttons. I remember they were colored. They were orange and green
Did you have any TVs that didn't have remotes?
back then.
Growing up.
Yes, we had one. We also had one that had the plug-in option for the remote. Do you remember that? There was a wire remote. It was probably one of the first ones that offered a remote, but it got lost or something. There was
No
a
shit.
wire. No, you know what? I'm sorry. The wire was for the VCR. VCR had a wire on it.
That I remember. Yeah,
Yes,
early
that's what it was.
VCRs did have a wire. I
crazy.
wonder why.
You just sit there.
The technology wasn't good enough to
Bro, I'm
get
thinking
a
about it
little
now.
more-
The way our old TV setups look, like the way they looked, were fire. Everything was all silk. It was crazy.
It was moving parts. We don't know how nothing works now. We don't know what's going on now.
Crazy. Talk.
Things
Yeah.
moved. Things worked. You know.
We got Roman pretending he knows how these microphones work. We're probably not even recording, to be honest. Because
I wouldn't be surprised if there's.
look,
some
he
sort of
checked when I said that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
He got nervous.
I did
But anyway,
hear-
so back to the episode. They come back. Jerry, his TV's gone.
TV's going is VCR, a computer,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
probably was
Early
more
computer.
like it was probably just a word processor.
Yeah, just for
Right, yeah,
writing,
basically.
you know, bits and stuff.
Word, yeah, exactly.
Whatever he had it for.
Writing, and
But he
I think
had
you
it.
could store it maybe on a
Right.
disc.
Yeah. A floppy disk.
Yeah,
perhaps.
floppy disk.
It couldn't go anywhere.
We used to have to store it on there, and we'd
Right.
give it to my dad.
Couldn't
He
go
could-
anywhere.
he
You
could print
couldn't-
shit at work.
Right,
Right,
it
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
go anywhere like that. It couldn't give you any
Right.
information that you weren't
Wasn't
putting
on.
into it.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The internet was not like.
Right, there's no internet. No pre-internet.
Well, I guess it was around, but not for us, you know, or what
Yeah,
it
not
was.
like-
It was for like fucking NASA.
Yeah, there was interwebs.
Yeah.
No.
So Jerry realizes he's been ripped off.
Elaine comes out. She's cleaning the apartment because she
bathroom.
wants to.
Right.
She comes out cleaning. She's
Take
obviously
away from
wants
the
to.
fact that there was a robbery.
Yeah, she wants the place spick and span.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's trying to downplay it. Oh, at
Right.
least I was cleaning.
Kramer
Yeah.
came in and left the door open. What did he need?
Spatula.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a I hate the word spatula. I think about it before I say it, and I say it weird sometimes. I'll be like, because it's not spatula. I used to call it a spatula when I was a kid.
Blurry with the R at the end.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I'd be like, yeah, let me get the spatula. And something like it's a spatula,
Yeah.
but spatula. What is it? Spatula? Am I saying it right?
Spatula.
Well, what the fuck? Am I saying it right?
When you say spatula, are you saying it right?
spatula,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm saying it wrong every time.
No, I think you're good.
It's one of like 3 words I second guess. Spatula.
Oh.
And if I say that, no one likes it.
Yeah,
It's
because it
kinda
sounds like
It's the way I say tarantula. Tarantula. no one likes when I say words like
you know.
it.
I found that video the other day. The first time you said it like that.
Tarantula. But look, so the phonetic would be spatula. The phonetic saying and pronunciation. But
Right.
it's spatula.
Well, it sounds like it
Spatula.
should be TCH.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to put the TCH in there.
Right. It's the
Spatula.
English language.
Yeah, but it really is
That's
spatula.
bullshit. English.
What are
Spatula.
you gonna do?
So what if I was just sitting there in conversation? I was
What are
like,
you
"Yeah, I went in there and grabbed a spatula."
Spatula.
Would you guys be like, "What'd you say?"
I feel like that would be weirder. It would be weirder if you said spatula instead of spatula.
Well, yeah, if I said spatula, that's
If you're
like how I say.
grabbed it from the spatula.
That's
it
like
would-
in school when I would
would
say
be-
apparently, and the teacher would get very mad. What did you say? I'd say apparently.
Right.
It's just a thing I do. You know this. But anyway,
I-
yeah. So
I do.
spatula. So Kramer left the spatula.
Kramer
He needed
left
a
the-
spatula,
Right.
but
Yes, he got
Jerry,
the spatula.
he left the door wide open.
Yes,
Why
because
the
he was
fuck
caught
open?
up watching.
Not unlocked.
Have
wide open.
Have you ever been robbed? You ever have a house robbed?
Well, I had my car broken into before. Yeah.
But it's more personal when it's your house. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's just. I think your fucking TV. You know what I mean? You come home, there's no fucking TV.
Yeah.
crazy.
TVs aren't really.
How about you, Roman?
No.
No,
I got my
nobody's walking
bike
to your
stolen.
fucking house.
You got
You
your
your
bike
bike stolen?
That's all.
Somebody
My
was
bike-
dying of walking in that fucking neighborhood and took his bike.
Well, no, in,
to get
it was
down the hill.
It was
Luckily it's
when
broken.
I was staying. My girlfriend used to live in West Philly. She went to Drexel, and I was staying with her, and I had left my bike in her basement for a while, and so I was like, you know what, tomorrow I'm getting this thing out of here. So I took it out of the basement. I chained it up outside that night. Gone.
Should have
What kind of
left it
bike?
in the basement. They could.
I don't know. Somebody built it for me. It was really nice.
Is that a fixed gear?
No.
Roman.
Lies.
Roman,
Look at me.
You
Do
wrote
I,
that.
do
You
you
wrote that
think
with
I'm
short shorts and
riding
high socks.
fixed gear?
Yeah. You probably had them beefed up.
Absolutely.
I can't
What?
ride fixed gear.
Why
But
not?
speaking of,
Got a
well,
little fucking.
I like it. I like.
Yeah,
the,
it's got
the,
a little. It's got like an 8-inch gear.
Yeah, he's like, you can't. Yeah, dude, they're Roman.
No, you've seen the bicycle that I ride now.
He's like, I want a bike that almost doesn't work. That's what Roman
No,
wants.
because
he's like, I
no,
want the
it's
bare
because
minimum.
My dad is always wheeling and dealing with somebody, and then he's like, "Look, here you go," and I'm like, "Well, this bike is."
I was gonna say too. Well, speaking of that, so you got your bike stolen, like late '80s. Well, even '70s, '80s, '90s stolen items were way different.
Yeah,
Right.
I had a bike
Cars,
stolen.
car
one time.
stereos. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I had a bike stolen one time.
When you were-
Cannondale.
Really?
Mountain bike.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
I left it outside a buddy's house, and I was supposed to be at work. I fucking was ditching work, called out of work that day. I was at my buddy's house, and I just left it leaning outside his fucking house. I didn't think anybody would fuck with
Yeah.
it at his house because we knew everybody
Right.
that came over there. Yeah, somebody walked
Yeah.
off with it.
Never seen
It was a
again.
Budweiser Cannondale.
Really.
Damn, that's sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have multiple times in Roxborough left my bike outside of like 7-Eleven for like 2 seconds. Oh, I run in and I'm always like, dude, is somebody gonna take it? But
Why would you do that?
because I used to go there and then I'd be like, oh, the lock, I don't have it. I forgot the lock. And then I would just run in for 30 seconds, get whatever, and then leave.
I'm literally gonna follow you every
That-
day to use your.
That
bike
was
next
the
to
only
steal it.
time
I
though.
don't do
Like,
that anymore. Now
like
have
when I
lot
was a
more time.
little kid, I never had a bike taken. They're stolen.
Yeah.
No, me not. I didn't. I knew people that got their bikes stolen. It was always like, dude. One time, me and 2 of my friends were hanging out under a bridge by a shopping center, doing cigs. I'm sure.
Of course.
Dude, we came up and this kid Kevin Walsh, his bike got stolen. It was the craziest thing too, because we were like, where'd it go? It was just here.
Go on.
Gone. That's that fast. I mean, someone seen
Yeah.
it, grabbed it,
That's
gone.
what they do.
I mean, yeah, and it's like it was in a weird spot where no one would really be walking, so someone probably was driving by, seen it, grabbed it, threw it in a car, truck,
Yeah.
whatever. But he got his bike stolen. That was strange. But yeah, a few friends when I was a kid.
My neighbor stole my cat once. What?
Damn it, Roman.
On the farm?
Yeah. I found the cat out in the woods. Neighbor came by, said, "Oh, that's my cat." And I'm like, "Hey, where's the proof?" But my parents are like, "Yeah, it's their cat." I'm like, "How do you know it's their cat?" I found it.
This is crazy.
And they were like, "We lost the cat."
someone's pet, claimed
No,
it as yours.
I found it in the woods. And they said,
Roman,
How
no,
do you know?
the neighbor's cat was frolicking in the local wilderness.
yes, I
the
understand,
foliage
but-
all about. Probably found a mouse. Probably was having a great time. You come over,
Chased it,
snatch
got
it.
lost.
Sure.
That's
but
how it
they-
happens. It
But
chases
what
an
if it was
animal.
the reverse situation? What if they seen an
Do
opportunity?
they still have the cat?
I think so.
It's clearly their cat. No one keeps a stray that long. It's probably got a necklace on with a belt.
I found all my cats, all the cats that I had when I was younger. I never got one from a shelter. I always found them in the woods. And then I kept them.
Feral cats?
Yeah, they're all
My-
feral.
My eyes.
And my
are
dog,
rolling
too.
in the
I
back
found
of
my
head.
dog in the woods in New
Oh
York.
my god.
Woods.
In New York. There were some woods. I was in Ithaca, New York. There were woods. I seen a puppy, and I was like, I'm taking it.
Drew, what do you see?
This
what
is
we're dealing
going
with?
so off course
You're,
today.
so every time you go in the woods, you find an animal and take it.
Not
Wait,
every time.
Why were you in Ithaca, New York? You're from Roxborough.
Well, I was in Ithaca, New York. My mom had a friend who lived in Ithaca, New York, so we're up visiting her, and she was like,
Most
yo,
kids find a lizard. This kid's finding dogs in the woods.
listen, there was 2 puppies.
Stole a dog.
No, I didn't steal a dog.
Yeah, from
Listen,
out-
listen,
There's
listen.
just
Hey.
2
No,
puppies
they
in the
were
woods.
they were wild dogs. This lady, my mom's friend was like, my mom's friend.
Let us find out.
Was
he
like-
thinks woods. I'm like, they're not woods.
He went to New
It's
York,
someone's garage.
found a dog running
2
around on the
puppies.
dogs. He was probably trespassing on somebody else's
No,
property. Takes a fucking dog.
No, listen. I was in New York visiting my mom's friend. My mom's friend now, my mom's friend and her husband also live on a farm. They live on a real farm. They got like a thatched roof.
Oh
They
my
got
God.
goats and
He
shit.
bases it
I swear
off
to God.
roofs.
No, they literally
I
had a
wanna see
thatched roof
thatched-
and a
no.
dirt floor. No, they had a dirt floor.
Okay. Yeah,
So
right.
listen,
Yo,
listen.
That's like
Okay,
Listen.
These are like hipster flexes.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's
They have
not.
the perch
But it's
on
not
it?
because they're
Dirt
all
floor.
hip. This is the thing. And as much as a hipster thing that this sounds like, they were doing this like long ago. This is before this is like a new thing. People are like, "Oh, you're organic."
They were
Like,
hipsters
people-
back then.
No, exactly. But
Yeah.
But people now are like, "Oh my god, I don't eat organic things." Blah blah blah. My mother's been doing that since I was born. You know what I
Roman,
mean?
No, listen,
But
all I'm saying is, we know you're lying, and you
I'm
don't.
not
have to
lying.
fucking-
I'm not lying. Listen.
The only way I'm believing the farmer shit is now on. I want tax proof.
Okay, wait, listen. So
Get this lady's taxes right now.
my mom's friend,
I bet he can't.
she was like, "Yo, there's this old house. There's this abandoned house in the woods. Let's go check it out." We're like, "Okay, cool." So we go down there in the truck, and she was like,
Where's
"Oh,
this
there's
at?
some puppies, Ithaca, New York." She was like, "Oh, there's some puppies down there, wild puppies."
Wild
How would she-
puppies.
It was like a wild dog that had puppies. I don't know.
There's wild puppies in New York.
and they knew it.
Yes. So listen.
Roman.
It's just-
So anyway,
like
we go down there. There was 2 puppies. One had like a health problem, so they took it to the vet, and we got the other one.
took it to the vet. What? They put it down.
I don't know what happened.
Roman's
To it.
like,
What
threw
kind
that
of
one in the
dog was
trash.
it?
I don't know. It was like a mixed breed.
Like a
you know?
mutt?
Yeah, I guess.
Where was the mom at?
They said it
Where's
might
the
have been
mom
a
dog?
Transylvania hound.
Drew.
It's a real
That's all
dog.
made
Look it up.
Next thing you know, it's Dracula.
No,
Okay,
you can look
Dracula.
it up. It's a
Calm
real
down.
dog.
What'd you name it? Frankenstein?
No, we named
Yo.
it Ruby.
Oh, I heard about this Ruby earlier. Anyway, hold on. Where was the dog's? Where was the mom? The mother dog.
I don't remember. I was like 7.
So there was just 2 puppies living in a house. in the
I'm
woods.
sure the mom was around somewhere.
And it didn't attack you or come near you. It just let you steal its puppies.
They-
You're always stealing someone's animals.
That was. Okay.
Bro, you know you're-
I've never stolen it.
Guys, don't listen. Me and Drew don't condone this. Don't do a PETA thing. Roman's
Thanks
gonna
for
get
just
help.
wasting all this time, Roman.
That's what I'm
You're gonna
saying.
have to edit this.
Well, he's
so-
not allowed to have animals anymore, so you know that. And his girl said no more animals either.
No, I said that to her.
Not even a hermit crab. But anyway, listen, let's get back on it. So he keeps throwing us off because he keeps lying about. He probably didn't even see this episode.
He probably didn't.
Just watched it.
Okay.
For the first time.
So come back, spatula. Kramer needed it.
Kramer left the door
He left the
unlocked.
door open.
He got sidetracked watching The Bold and the Beautiful. Kramer's home in the day.
Yes.
He's home in the day. He's cooking random shit.
Well, that brings us to
He's
another.
Watching daytime TV. He's hanging out.
Well, look, this brings us to another point because we were going to say, like, I don't know if we mentioned it last episode, but Kramer's profession seems that he probably does deal in.
We've always suspected
in-
Kramer's
Yes, of course.
selling
Kramer's-
it,
he
at least
lives-
selling weed.
lives a sporty life.
Yes, yes. So as we mentioned earlier, his theory on who robbed the house was the neighbor, the foreign guy down the hall.
He doesn't say that, but he
No, he
thinks-
does. He mentions he's
The Englishman.
The Englishman.
Yes.
That's right. He says the Englishman.
Now, a quick fact about this episode was his name was going to be Berbick, Berbick. I guess, as we said, going to be maybe a recurring role, but they scrapped that and just called him the Englishman.
They got rid of that idea.
Yeah. But Kramer, like you said, he goes up to him and mentions, what does he say to him?
What's he say to Burbick?
To Berbick, yeah. The
Goes
the
up to
neighbor.
him and he says, "I know about the stuff."
Stuff. Real shady.
Right,
shady.
exactly.
And that's the
Real
thing. It's like
shady.
he's already like cool enough with that guy to just do that.
To ask him about his
sh-
business.
I'm sure he's been selling him fucking eighths.
Right, he's
Who
doing
knows?
dimes.
You know.
Who knows? We're gonna find out though. We're gonna get into it, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it at some point.
Because if Kramer sold weed to everyone in that apartment building, he'd
You
be
were
fine.
making money.
yeah,
What?
fuck it.
And then you adjust for inflation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, so he definitely probably like, he knew to like, he got the lingo. No job. He's home all day watching Bold and
Yeah.
Beautiful, cooking. He's hungry. I just think I think his life is.
Yeah.
I think he's just a pot dealer.
100%.
But I think he can do other things. You know what I mean? He was
you
also
factor
into
in-
trades.
Yeah, you factor in his like strange friends.
Yep.
His. He's a
Probably
wacky,
has disability check too. I
Yeah,
feel
he's
He's
like.
definitely got a
he's
few
wacky
scams
guy.
going on.
Yeah. Oh, scams. Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? He's got a disability
Well,
check. He's probably
later,
got-
as we'll mention in one of the episodes, he gets into a mail fraud claim
Yes.
because he's into mail fraud. So imagine if he cracked a couple of them every year.
he's always suing people.
Always.
Yes, he's
so-
always
Very litigious.
Yeah, they really develop his character and paint a nice portrait
Yeah.
of Cosmo.
You know, hey,
Yeah.
this is what he does. This
It
is
really
Cosmo.
is. So he's
Yeah.
accusing the neighbor. That, I believe, is also another fact. That's Kramer's first slide in. So he slides
Oh.
in.
Yes,
He's
it
got
definitely
the black shoes
is.
on. Yeah, everyone loved it. Great reception. And they kept it rolling
And
after
they
that
kept it
because
rolling.
he opens that door, he fires right in, and it's
Boom.
It's
lasts
showtime.
for days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as they're talking about this in the robbery, I think that's when George comes in and is clearly a real estate agent. Mentions he mentions an apartment, and that's where Jerry.
Well, he also, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
He
I'm probably leaving some stuff out.
George just walks in, and Jerry goes, "How'd you get in here?" And George does like that, like he's
The genie. I
like
dream
a
of
genie.
He don't get that.
No, it's an old reference.
What?
Do you know what?
He goes like this, like
Mm.
he's I dream of genie.
When I dream of Genie, she used to elbow,
Right.
head bob,
and she would disappear. She would
make her disappear.
teleport.
Gotcha.
Do you know the show I Dream of Genie?
You know,
Like then, the,
I heard of it. Yeah.
do we got to do another?
Gosh.
Do we got to go into
You
7
don't,
other
man,
episodes?
You don't. It's okay.
There was a genie. A guy found a genie. This was in the 60s.
60s.
Yeah.
He was an Air Force pilot.
Dick Van Dyke.
No,
Wasn't he the first one?
no,
No, that was Mary Tyler Moore.
right.
I'm sorry.
You're thinking the guy from Bewitched was the guy from Genie, but I think
Oh
you're
my
wrong
God,
there,
that's
too.
right. Bewitched.
No,
there
I
was
think
2.
they were just both pilots.
There was a Bewitched and I Dream of Genie. around the
Genie
same time.
was
one
a-
was a witch, one was a genie. And they were both
Genie
married
was
to
an
guys.
Air Force
I know
pilot.
Bewitched.
Genie was an Air Force pilot. There may have been some sort of
Wait, hold
Who
on.
was hotter, genie or witch?
Genie.
Because there was 2 different witches.
Genie.
Wait, was the pun that it was a genie named Genie?
I think so. I Dream of Genie. Yes.
Because it's like it could be
Yeah.
the person named
Yeah,
Genie or a
that's right.
genie
I
like
think
from
her-
a lamp.
No, that's
Was
he's
her name
yeah. That
Genie?
was the pun. Yeah.
Her name was
yeah. I
Genie?
Dream of Genie. Yeah.
I just thought she was a genie.
You know, and it had the
She was
song.
always dressed like
The
an
song.
asshole.
You definitely know the song.
How does it go?
I can't do that.
Do the
I don't do
harmonize it.
that. No.
How's it
Because
go?
every time I think I'm harmonizing something in my head, I'm completely off.
Like me saying spatula.
Cthulhu.
Uh,
Exactly.
I
And
Dream of
that's
Genie
how
song.
we come full circle.
That is. Yeah, he's gonna find that real quick, but also this episode is based off of Jerry getting his apartment burglarized in college, but the door wasn't open. They broke through the wall, and Jerry said it was as if Superman robbed him.
They
So I
broke
wonder
through
if
the
that
wall.
counts as a Superman nod and like
Reference.
Easter egg in the episode. 'Cause
Yeah, that's like
I-
a deep one.
Oh, that's deep in the gusset.
Very.
what?
Gullet.
That. Well, he wrote it from his
Gusset,
own
gullet,
experience.
Mullet,
The gullet.
Cthulhu.
musset.
I think this is
Anything with those letters. You're finding the "I Dream of Genie" song?
I was trying to. I don't know what the fuck that. It's definitely not it. We're really butchering this fucking shit.
I'm forgetting
today.
it, or else I would have just blasted it off with my mouth cannon.
Right, exactly. Oh, I know that.
That's not it, is it?
Yeah, it is.
That's it.
Oh yeah, I know this.
I know that's Genie. He was an astronaut, not a pilot.
Yeah.
He worked for NASA or the Air Force, maybe.
Yeah, I know this.
So he finds this
What was
bottle.
the Bewitched song?
I don't know if Bewitched had a song.
Yeah, it's a good theme song.
Correct. It's a pun.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Quite an entertaining show.
so that happens. So
Barbara Eden.
he says he gets in like Genie. Clearly, the door was unlocked, and that's when I think he's like, "Hey, is that apartment still available?"
Right.
So George takes.
George's selling real estate. He's
Yeah,
got an
he's
apartment.
One of the other things, George's many jobs, real estate agent this season, doing well.
Yes.
You can tell by his outfits.
By his
True.
flashy,
Yeah.
man, he had a lot of pleated pants. In those
Oh,
early
he looks like a
yeah.
young professional in the 80s.
He does.
So, George, they go and look at this apartment. It's great. There's a fireplace, a backyard. Jerry gets very overwhelmed because the backyard makes him think about a landscaper and a wood guy for the fireplace.
Right. Who
Would he-
brings that stuff?
and
Would
then
he tip
tipping
him?
them.
Right.
What? I mean, I'm just blasting him with maybe like a 10 or a 20.
I don't
Not
know.
too much. I mean, I figure that guy's probably got mad deliveries. He grabs a dub off everyone.
Did you ever have an apartment with a fireplace? I didn't.
No, not me.
No,
I'm just
me
saying a
neither.
delivery guy in general. But that guy's got to unload a whole. What's that? A quart of wood? I think they call it.
I don't
you
know.
buy wood
How
in
do
a
you?
quart.
Really?
Yeah, they stack it.
I feel like Roman would be chiming in with.
No, he would be, but I used to sell wood. I used to sell pallets of brick.
Okay.
By the square foot. You're dealing with
Okay,
natural
I'll
brick.
listen.
It's all different. Listen,
I'm not going to argue with you on that one. That's fine.
Don't make me go, of course.
Right.
But anyway, so they unload a couple quarts of wood. You blast them with a. I mean, it depends on how good you're doing. I mean, shit. If you have a whole truck full of wood
Yeah, and you're crushing
and he
it.
can't dump it, and he's got to unload it by hand, especially if he stacks it, you might give that man $100. If that wood's gonna stack up side of your house and get you through half the winter, I might
Wow.
give him 100.
Is that where the people get the wood from?
Well, a lot of people like that they take pride in the chopping. But you need to then get the wood and then split it more. You're still buying the wood unless you're chopping the trees down.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
Okay. Yeah, because if you don't have your own tree to chop down, where
Multiple trees.
Right.
multiple trees.
Well, you got to get
Well, how
that
many
salt.
trees
Well,
do you
depends
think
on
need
the
to
size
get you
of the
through a
tree.
season?
I bet you one good tree can get you through a nice winter.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because you're cutting them into logs, then you're splitting the
Yeah.
logs into fours. Then you split them fours into twos,
Eights,
probably,
yeah.
right?
Really?
Well, you got your
Man, that sounds
kindling.
like a whole
Well,
lot
you
of
think
You
work.
got your
about it this way.
kindling.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, they would get a good pile as tall as from the floor up there to
Yeah.
go through a winter. My dad would.
Maybe even more. So,
Yeah.
and then you have the auto splitters. It's just the hydraulic. It just pushes forward and
Yes,
slit.
I've used that
split.
as well.
Yep. But, now we're talking about fake farmer over here. But,
Right.
So, Jerry didn't know what to tip the guy. I'd say $20. I mean, I don't know. He'd probably tip him less back then, but Jerry seems to be doing well. He didn't care about the burglary. He was fine.
Did not
Yeah,
care
he
Did
about
not
he was
care. He
very
refused payment
nonchalant.
from Kramer.
It's interesting though because in the later episodes he'll react similarly to things that
Well, he's even
you would
Steven.
think. It's true, but like things like you would be like, if that happened to me, I'm like, oh my god, like you know what I mean? Like there's that happens other times in the show.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. He does this somewhat often.
Yeah. Like, is fine with a big thing.
Yeah, it's fine with something that seems
Yeah.
like would be a
Well, I
real
mean,
inconvenience.
I
or
mean,
like,
literally, he's even Steven.
Yeah.
He knows it's going to be fine. So, Elaine really likes the apartment, clearly. George, everyone likes the apartment. And I believe the next scene, they are discussing the apartment back at Jerry's house.
Yeah.
And you can tell that George... Well, Elaine wants Jerry's apartment.
Right.
And she's
right,
going to
right,
take Jerry's apartment.
She's going to take
Right.
Jerry's. Jerry's going to take the new place, and everything's supposed to be happy.
George has an issue.
George kind of thinks he likes the new place too.
He wants
Maybe
it.
he wants to get it. So now Jerry, they
Real
decide.
quick, what were we thinking maybe that apartment would cost back then in New York?
I don't know.
I can't put.
Do you
an
think Jerry's
exact
apartment was
number on it.
$1,000 in 1989 or less?
I couldn't
How
tell
much
you.
were apartments back then?
I don't know. And down back out in New York or Philly. I mean, I
New
can
York.
know what Philly was like back then. I can't imagine what the fuck New York would have been like.
Well, how much
Because
was-
it's
I mean,
it's not even it's nowhere.
I don't
you
know
can't
why
even
I
say
see
it's
this-
like 4 times. I don't. Is
I
it
see
4
this
times?
700 number somewhere.
I think it's more than that.
seven-
Back then,
Upper West
89.
Side.
yeah,
Oh,
Upper
they're
West Side
talking
was
about that apartment. It's
Manhattan.
got a fireplace. It's a half a block from the park.
Yeah,
He's
ground
got
floor.
a backyard.
Small backyard. No, I'm talking about his current apartment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his current one.
Yeah, his new one. That's why I think that thing's bumping up. We're at
right.
I think we're at $2,000.
I'm sure you could Google it and find out what it was then,
$2,000
and find
back
out what it
then.
was now. 121
Now,
West
like, compared
81st
to
Street.
Now, that's crazy.
Well, think, because, I mean, New York was still I'm sure that those buildings were crazy expensive. It's not like,
right.
it's only the last few years Philly's gotten crazy expensive to
And it's not
really-
even the same.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's like
and
not
it's
even-
all it's 10
totally
times.
different
Well,
economy.
New York now
10
is
times
so
more.
unbelievable that it's like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like not even realistic.
I apologize. Maybe talking Roman's favorite phrase out of school. But me, I might be talking out of school about this real estate shit. But that's just where I see it. I see Jerry's current apartment being in the 7-ish range. I
Right.
see him jumping up big time to this because they make it huge about Elaine being able to afford it. Clearly, George can afford this new one.
I'm gonna.
with his
I
real
gotta
estate
find
gig.
out because
Yeah, take a Google.
because you're calling it at 7.
Yeah,
I think it was higher than that even that time.
yeah. I mean,
Let's see. Let's
with
ask the Google.
amenities
How much?
Yeah.
and
Yeah, like then what are you going to factor in
Jerry's
your utilities
rent.
and shit?
yeah, the ladies.
I mean, you're not paying internet. You're paying water, though, and heat, or, gas and electric. Crazy.
So, Jerry can clearly tell that George wants this apartment, and
Right.
they decide to, what do? They flip a coin for it
Yes,
first.
they flip a coin for it first, and it goes up, and it bounces on something.
Interference.
Yes, interference. And he says interference, and he says you didn't call interference. You don't have to call interference.
Dude, what do you think? I like a clean flip and a
Yeah,
land.
me too. And I think
I don't like a hand flip because I feel like people manipulate it.
what the up and then like that. Yeah, I don't favor the hand flip, although I know it is standard, so I will accept it. But you got to scrutinize. You got to make sure that
Yeah.
there's no tomfoolery. But I don't like when people throw it and let it land on the floor. I don't deal in that at all.
Wait, you don't like it landing on the floor?
Like when people just like, first of all, if there's interference, no. But I also just don't like when people flip it up and let it land on the floor. I want you to put it in your hand. You know?
I don't like it in the hand.
You like it just on the floor.
Bro, all I'm saying is it flips, a slick eye sees where it lands, and I feel like it can be a quick manipulation.
True.
What if you do this? You know what I did? So look, okay, this is going to get into eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Like I said, I would just, when I was a kid, I'd add stuff to the end of it.
Right.
you
My
go.
mother says
You
to
pick
pick
the
the
very
very
best,
best
and
one,
that's
and that
Y-O-U.
is Y-O-U, red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue, pick a new shoe, whatever. I'll
Right,
add anything that
exactly.
rhymes with anything.
You remember bubblegum in a dish? That's a classic.
I do. I don't use that one often, but I do.
Yeah.
But look, ready? I flip the coin. It lands heads up.
No, yeah, and then you...
What if no? But I've seen people just go heads.
That's
I've had-
psychopath behavior.
Hold on, I've had it land heads. Knew I had to flip that thing to a tails, and all I did was slam it down, and I called it right here because it was tails. But
Right.
either way, I can call it.
See, I thought
don't
that
like
was...
it.
See, I've never seen anyone just go like that, and that's it.
Oh, I've definitely seen someone just
I've
land
see,
it,
I've
go
never
like
seen
this.
that. I've only
Heads.
seen the classic, you catch it, you
But
flip
it lands heads, and I got to get tails. I just put it on this hand, and now it's instantly tails.
That's
I don't
true.
like it. I don't like human interference. I don't like tomfoolery.
So
I
you
none
like
of it.
I
like a
the
flip
flip,
land.
let it go.
Yeah, but I don't
just
want
land
it
it on the
bouncing
floor.
under things. I don't want it hitting stuff. I don't want
What do you-
interference. Like when how do they do it in the NFL?
They throw it up and it lands, but that's Astros.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. We need to do it on a car.
So you would need to have us. You should start making foldable pockets of astroturf
For a
that
coin
people
flip.
can carry around.
Yeah.
So if they need to use a coin flip
Yes,
as
that's
a method of
marketplace.
decisions,
Yeah.
you can use that. You can fold
Listen.
it out and then it'll refold. Maybe it has a carrying case, a nice like
Yeah,
briefcase
you know
style
what
with a
I'll do?
handle.
It'll just be a shirt that the
Yeah.
inside is astroturf, so you turn it inside out.
Oh,
And
be
then,
terrible.
But
yeah.
it was really soft. What if the
Yo,
outside was
so
just
what did you say Jerry's rent would have been?
I thought it was going to be like in the 7-ish range. at
Roman,
his
you want to
current
take a
place.
stab at it? Back in the 90s, late 90s?
I would say 1,000.
Yeah, Roman was closer. It was $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month back in the 90s.
Makes sense.
Does. That's from the Google. I only checked the one source. I was comfortable with that. I did not check any further.
No, but I think that's like, I think it's realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for New York back then, sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
True, I'm sorry. I was distracted. What did you say it was?
12.
12. Okay. That's fair. In that time, 80.
Yes.
So his new one
It's
has to be like
90s.
his
It
new
said
one has.
in- it
Yeah,
said
it
in the
is true. It
late
is
90s.
1990. Well, but that's early 90s. We're talking.
I didn't say that. It just said his lifestyle and through the 90s what it would have been.
See, I agree that might have gone up there, and that his apartment did seem to get a little nicer. The area, I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
there's probably
Yeah,
some
for sure.
ups. You know, you're living in a building; they can probably just.
Well,
bump
think
you up.
about it,
But
especially
what do you think that new spot was going to be then? It had to be like $2,000.
at least 1,800 to $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 1800. I think that's fair.
I would
Well,
want an
you know what
18
else
too.
too is you have to
It
think
boasts
about
a walk-in bedroom or walk-in closets.
This is true. And
True.
the fireplace. And
the
backyard.
fireplace. That's a hitter.
Lock in the
And even if you don't even use it, it's a
It's a selling point.
exactly.
This is true.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So wait, real quick. We were talking about the coin toss, all that. So they don't like the coin toss. There's interference. So he says, "Choose me."
Yes.
had a little discussion about it earlier.
We didn't know exactly
It's
what
odds
the
and
rules
evens.
of the choose was. Odds and evens.
Which
But
is
we
the better
didn't know.
name? We didn't know what that was.
We didn't know the rules of the game.
That's an old school approach.
Yeah.
The odds and even. How did we say it? So it would go. I would pick odds. You would pick evens.
Evens, right? We throw the
And the
total
combined
of
total.
the right,
Whoever's odd or even.
right. No.
Right.
There's got to be a way to always win that somehow.
No.
What if you had 6 fingers?
Well, even then though, what if they put down one?
What if I had, 7 fingers?
What if they put down
Ah,
one again? Oh, no, then
I'm
I
just
guess you
saying.
gotta-
What if I had 7 fingers and they only had 1?
I
I'd
would.
always win. I'd call evens every time.
Yeah, you would win.
I wonder why rock paper scissors became more popular. I guess the
I think
lack
it's just
like
easier.
yeah, there's less math.
Rock,
Right.
paper.
Right.
Yeah,
kids,
that's
kids didn't want to
universal.
do
No,
math.
did you see what I just did? I said rock, paper. Definitely.
Kids
all.
just didn't want to
Some-
do math.
Rock.
Some kid in elementary
Paper,
school, I remember, it was like, "I got gun," and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Oh yeah.
Come
Well,
on.
that's
Some
like
kind,
in
and
a
they
thumb
wouldn't.
war.
Yeah.
You go. You're doing your thumb war, and you go bird poop.
Oh
I knew Drew would hate that.
no!
Yup, bird poop. Can't
Yes.
do that,
How's that even going to stop a
Bullshit.
wrestling match?
bro. It's bullshit, but it's one of those
Because
things you don't know
brass-
You
about.
must have did different shit out there in
Yeah, we did different things.
Roxborough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my aunt showed me that, and I was like, "Yo, that's fucking bullshit. Bird shit.
Yeah.
You just squash me."
I don't know about that.
What else was there back then? Arm wrestling was big back in the day.
Arm wrestling.
You mean as a means of decision?
Yeah.
Yeah, or just even for
Yeah.
fun. I mean, who was the toughest? It would say,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we got fucking Over the Top was crazy at the time. You
Oh,
know, that
that's-
movie really
yeah,
put.
I
that's
fucking love that.
They made a
movie.
whole tournament just so they could do the movie.
Mhm.
Guess what?
Arm wrestling really took off after that.
Small fucking fact. John Brett. It's so hard to say this guy's last name. It's John Brenzink. It's like Brenzink. It's like
Okay.
Breznik.
That guy.
He won that shit, I believe.
No shit.
Then a few years ago, when we first opened Suplex, we used to watch this show about arm wrestling, a reality show, and he was on it.
Really?
And I've been obsessed with Over the Top forever, so I recognized one John
Right.
Brenzink, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. I just got them all back.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, yeah. Guy drinks gasoline in that movie. It's crazy. Guy eats a
Does
cigar.
it gasoline? I thought it was like oil,
It might be oil.
like motor oil.
It's motor oil or gasoline.
Because he puts a thing in it. It's a whole
He
whole
puts, like-
spectacle.
yeah, he
It's really
puts-
ridiculous.
And then
because
I think a guy eats a
can't
cigar.
do that.
Guy
Yeah.
breaks
Another
his,
guy eats the cigar.
Another guy breaks his arm in
Yo,
real
those
life.
dudes were fucking big.
Yeah, they were
on
animals.
that. They were fucking huge.
The bad guy in it, I think,
He was
actually
the
did
real
really
deal.
arm wrestle.
Yeah,
But you know,
because I looked it up. So,
you know, old over here has never seen that either.
Yes, I have. You showed it to me. We watched it like a couple weeks
Just because
ago.
I showed you the cover doesn't mean you saw it.
Over
Yeah,
the
these
top.
animals are beautiful in this origami fold.
they're
It's
very
great.
distracting. to be honest
Over
with
the
you.
Top. We watched it a couple weeks ago.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It's a
It
good
was awesome.
movie.
Yeah, it's great.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
His sons are real shit.
What do we watch
What do we
that I
gotta
liked even more?
You know, Theo Vaughn arm.
Commando.
No, was it Theo Vaughn? Somebody arm wrestled that kid on a podcast recently, and he beat them.
Was Theo Vaughn in that? Because there's a
That-
part.
the bad kid looks like Theo Vaughn.
It looks like Theo Vaughn.
Wow,
yeah.
that'd be a good deep
That'd
fake.
be funny. Put him in
Very
there.
funny.
That'd be hilarious.
No, we
Um,
watched it the same day we watched Commando.
Calm it down. So,
That's a good.
yeah. So they choose. Jerry wins.
Right.
George gets upset.
He's sick about it.
He's very
Just
sick.
why did I
Sick
pick
about
two?
it.
Yeah, he's very upset.
They're back at the diner. They're at Monk's. OG, Monk's.
Yeah.
What we know to.
Yeah, was this the first time we saw Monks, or did we see it in the other episode, second one? We might have seen it in the
I
second.
think it was in the
episode.
second one.
So
Yeah.
But they're in the booths. They're at Monk's. This is where it goes from now on.
yeah,
you
and
know,
then the the waitress overhears them talking about the apartment. She says, "Apartment for rent. I really need one." And this is putting Elaine in a pickle because she was going to get Jerry's apartment.
Now
Now she's got to stay with her annoying singing roommate.
That's right.
So, what was I saying? Yeah, the waitress overhears it. She needs an apartment. But you know what's crazy? I mean, she was going to get right in that apartment, and it seemed to be an expensive apartment. So was the appeal of this thing? Did they mention it being a crazy? Was the price grade on it?
They didn't mention that.
Because she was just going to jump right in. Then again, she does have a husband. So they were both working.
Yeah.
He seemed to be quite a professional at the end.
I mean, you know, blue collar people did live in Manhattan back then.
Yeah.
Like there still were
That is
blue collar
true.
people living in
Yeah.
Manhattan. I think it's only up until it's probably the last 10, 15 years, probably none, right? I don't think there is. I don't go to New York
Probably
very
not.
often, but probably not a whole lot. You know, I doubt the busboys and the waiters are living in fucking Manhattan nowadays.
Right.
This is true. Yeah. I mean, you got to really.
Then
make a
again,
lot of
I don't
money.
know. I don't go there often.
So they tell her about the apartment. Next scene, they're at the waitress's welcoming housewarming
their
party for the.
housewarming.
I would have went to that.
It's.
How often are you going to see that girl? Come on.
Well, I mean, hold on. They're
I
there
mean,
a lot.
okay,
They're
even
there a
still,
lot.
no, I wouldn't have went. I'm sorry. I would have been like, I'm busy.
Well,
that
no,
day.
I definitely
no
wouldn't have.
shot
Gone.
of
I would
going
have
to
definitely.
that.
I would have never made it. But I would have said thank you.
Right.
But I wouldn't have
course.
gone. You know.
Yeah.
Seemed a lot. But for the show, they had to go. So all three of them are there. They introduce her husband, who, you know, like you said, seems like, you know, two of them could probably take care of this place. They love it. He can't believe they gave it up. And then right behind the couch, on, like we mentioned, like a real sitcom-y zinger ending,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the guy's like, "Oh, geez, I need to move. I need to get rid of this apartment."
And they all
Jerry,
go,
George, and Elaine say, "What's the rent?
rent?"
Real,
Real.
harmonized.
Right.
What's the rent?"
Real sitcom-y.
Yes. Very
A
sick.
real zinger
They,
ending. And then it freezes.
They let go
Yeah.
of shit like that in later episodes.
yeah, they just stop. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think that, like, I can't remember another instance where it's
Incident
something
where they
I'm
like
do
sure
that.
they
some
still had to keep
hacky
like,
shit like
yeah.
that.
some sort of like a sitcom format
Right.
back then. You know what I mean? Because it was still a show
Yeah.
about nothing.
Well,
if
they
you
were
will.
still finding their, their rhythm. It was only the third episode.
Much like we are.
Larry
It's true.
David got his first executive producer credit in that episode. They cut him a $20,000 bonus check too.
Really?
No shit.
Larry.
Yeah, that was his
By
thing.
episode 3, he was executive producer.
Executive producer. Getting the credit, I guess, in the credits, and then like you said, yeah, I don't know if his pay was upped or if he just got given 20 grand, but he got.
He had a bonus.
I
got a
assume
check.
maybe
Yeah, that's
because imagine the network money at that point was probably so crazy, to be a network hit,
Right.
Yeah.
But it's crazy
Episode
if
3.
Larry was making 20K as an executive producer. What do you think like they were making off these first episodes?
No idea.
Because remember that's what it was at the end. It was crazy. Jerry was getting $1 million an episode.
Jesus.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, by the ninth season, that was a crazy thing. Jerry was getting $1 million.
I mean,
an
that
episode.
show was like the biggest shit.
Well, think about it. They go, wait, what? We have to give Jerry $12 million this year. Think about it now.
12.
By now, that's nothing.
What?
Yeah.
12. I mean, if
12
they're doing
episodes. 18 even. 18 million.
at
What?
least, like,
We give
I
this
thought
guy
it was
18
like
million. Jerry just
21,
shuts up. Now he'd
22.
want 10 million an episode.
Right.
Well,
There's no way he
I
won
mean,
it.
he's
You know
like
what I
the
mean?
biggest-
Yeah, they're not even him. I'm just saying nowadays,
No,
like
no.
the biggest star, I feel like would need much more.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It is crazy. I mean, like, that show, it was the biggest thing. And, like,
Ever. The biggest thing
yeah.
ever.
I mean,
That decade.
syndication. They're
Yeah, it's
it
still.
doesn't end.
Dude, you can't not. It's on right now. If you go
Somewhere.
on TV, it's on right now.
Somewhere. Yeah. It's I have it on Hulu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, now
We
you have it on Hulu, but
You
like,
can get it any fucking where.
once in a while,
you can
like,
own it. It's it's funny. It was on sale. Remember for like $69.
What?
Seinfeld
whole-
to own
yeah.
it. Now it's back. It's back up to the original price.
Oh, it's not on sale
No,
anymore.
but even at the original price, it's $99. Like that's $10 a season.
right.
You tell me you're not going to pay $10 to see that's
No,
why
Dude,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, then you're like good.
Yeah, what were we just saying about, about what he would be. Yeah, he would want way more than that. And then I think that was the whole thing. Jerry was getting that much. The other stars were getting less. It was just a whole a whole thing, but
Yeah.
it was cool. We got to see it again in Curb, revisited later
Love it.
a bit here and there. I'm sure we'll see some sort of other. I don't think it'll be over forever.
Oh no,
You know,
No, these days I feel like it's like, dude, you throw some money at somebody, they're
Seinfeld too. Son of Seinfeld.
bro.
It's
I
just
mean,
I
a
think
midget
I
Jerry.
think they're doing another season of Curb,
Yeah.
and we'll see where that goes. Who knows
Yeah.
with fucking Larry? But
I
he's
mean-
always takes his time between seasons.
Right.
Well, he had already didn't he quit years ago, and then he said, "Fuck it, I'll do it
Yeah,
again."
Yeah.
That show went from being filmed so low budget to just
Yeah.
now it's just
I mean, it happens
Right.
to a lot of things. I mean, look at like Always Sunny. They did the first episode for like what was it? It was like $200.
Charlie has cancer.
Yes.
No, it's not the first episode.
No,
That's
no.
the
The first
pilot.
episode is
Did you ever see that?
the racist when he's
Wait,
he's
did they
racist.
do Charlie has cancer? Is that an
Yes, that's the first season.
Because there's like a pilot episode of it, and it's like it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
they were
them
saying-
on a camcorder.
Yeah.
They knock on the door. It's
You know,
yeah.
with the chick from that thing, Curb,
yeah.
Yes.
She plays
Cheryl's sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
sure.
sister, yeah.
She.
Yeah,
she's going
I
to
was
the
never
prison.
Always Sunny big fan.
Loved it.
Me too.
Got all for a little.
Yeah. It's a good rewatch.
Couple of the later seasons were really good again. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would watch
That's
it again.
why I knew it was funny early, but then I heard it fell off. I
Through like
just wasn't
season,
into it.
yeah, through season like
It just got
10
really
is
cartoony.
11. Yeah, now
You
it's
know,
like
Fred Savage was a producer on that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also on Seinfeld.
he was.
Kramer tried to
Kramer
give
tried
him
to
the
fit
treatment.
the treatment.
That's right.
I'm not crazy.
Fred
Right.
Simon
Oh,
was one
I'm
of
not
yours.
crazy.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy.
I'm just like you.
Fred Savage.
Oh man, I
He
can't
fell
wait
off
to
the
get
table.
into those episodes.
I know.
Yeah,
Me
dude.
too.
It's
Like
gonna
the
be,
really,
it's gonna be great.
we're just trying to get into it.
3
and
more
keep it
episodes of
rolling.
season 1.
3 episodes,
Yeah,
right?
3 more, and then
Yeah.
we're into season 2, and it's really
We're
just
in
gonna
season 2.
it's gonna open up
Yeah.
so many reoccurring themes and really
Once
make us.
yeah.
And funny shit.
Yeah,
Once you hit
just-
season 3, it's like even season 2, like there are episodes of season 2 that are so good, but like season 3 is just like, oh my god. Like I watch
season 3 is incredible. Season
Dude,
4 is out of hand.
every night. I like literally 3, 4, and 5 are unreal.
Yeah,
And
they're absolutely-
every night, like I look
perfection.
through and I'm like, all these episodes were in the same season.
yeah,
It's wild.
it is crazy.
I just
It's
let it,
crazy.
like I said, I let it play now, and I'm like, it's all so good.
It is. It's
It's the best.
It
It's the best
is.
show.
It's
That's
the
why we're
best.
doing this podcast.
that's why.
That's why we're here.
Literally.
That's
Fucking
bringing us
talking about it.
together.
Exactly.
So, we wrapped that one up, I guess, there. Season 1, episode 3,
Yeah.
The Robbery. That was what, 1990?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
The characters, like you said, are rounding out a little bit, getting into their... Elaine was really herself right off the rip.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
You know what I mean?
Very much
Right,
so.
yeah.
George, Kramer, they all changed. Even Jerry.
Right.
Elaine
It
was
seemed
kinda-
like George had more confidence in the early ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
You
Definitely.
know
Well,
what
I
I
think-
mean?
I think they were like... I think, like, Larry was just writing so many stories off experience, and they just made him Larry. It's just,
Yeah.
such a, like, conniving little...
Right.
He'll just do it. He'll fucking bite you, kick you in the
Right.
balls to get ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? He says that when he does a fight. He says crotch stuff.
Yeah.
He literally
Yes.
says crotch stuff.
Yeah. He does
Yeah,
say
he
that.
does.
Crotch
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. George will. He'll do whatever. it
He'll
takes.
do whatever, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
He
But-
says biting crotch.
yeah, biting, crotch stuff. You might even mention an eye gouge.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh,
Who do
man.
you have, though? Jerry or George in a fight? I got George,
George all day.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Because
Jerry's
even
a
Jerry's
runner.
race, but he didn't even win that race. He just
cheats.
Yeah,
he
he
does.
cheats.
Yeah,
He
man. There's
He cheats and he runs.
he also lies about his pant size, but George lied about the contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conniving going
There's a
on.
lot of lying.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it really is. But
Yeah.
so that's season 1, episode 3 in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, join us next time where we
Next time.
explore season 1, episode 4.
Yeah.
What is 4? 4 is what do we got?
Give you guys a nice little upcoming. Rowan, you forgot to lead us in with your fucking
I know.
with your singing.
I'll lead us out.
Episode
Yeah, we're gonna
4,
definitely. get
is
that.
called Male Unbonding. It's Jerry
Yes,
and
I
Joel,
remember this one. Yes.
clingy friend.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Is it Joel?
No.
Joe Rifkin is later.
That's later. Yeah.
Elaine's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they don't really. I guess Joel doesn't have a name.
Roman?
Yes. Take
Right.
us out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so that's it, guys.
Catch us next time. And until then, boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, boom.